What's up, YouTube? I say YouTube because that's how Spanish people say YouTube. They say Twitter and it's Snapchat. So that's why I'm gonna be saying YouTube. But first vlog, I got my meet today. It's May 8th, Sunday. It's about 6:30 a.m. Out here in Houston or Spring, Texas. So if you think downtown to Plano, it's kind of like the same downtown. So it's like 15-20 minutes from Houston. Anyways, so pretty good. Looking forward to it. Weigh-ins are at 7. So I need to pack all my shit up and go weigh in, and then I can stuff my face. All right, stay tuned. So I'm in the 90 kilogram weight class, and that's 198 pounds. So I got down to my socks and spandex underwear or whatever. I weighed 90.1, and the guy's like, yo, you should definitely take the rest off. And so I took off my underwear and socks, and I weighed 89.9. So I made weight. Now I'm eating some overnight oats, but feeling pretty hype. So.
Creo que cuando Ronaldinho dice mira eso, mira qué tal si puede lanzar eso.
There you go.
Get up, get up, get up, get up!
What's up, YouTube? All right, it is May 10th. I had intended to record a vlog the day of the meet, and it was not happening. I had intended to record. I could really use someone there with me. If there's like recording, that would have been great. Because then you also need like a coach. Like I saw one guy there, he had like 4 dudes with him, like his whole crew, like recording, all kinds. One is helping him prep his supplements or his gear, get it on or whatever. And yeah, it was just so. But my coach, you'll see him later on in the videos. He did come when I was starting to bench, so he was really like very, very helpful, like for sure. But as far as like recording, it probably just wasn't happening. And he did record deadlift and bench. Yeah, I mean, I wanted to say, I mean, for those who don't know, so I actually injured myself October 2021, and I'll show the clip.
Come on, Christian, come on, come on, come on, come on! Woo!
Okay, so maybe it wasn't true depth. I mean, how you want to look at it, but I squatted 545, maybe like half an inch too high, or I think I might hit depth. I felt like my hams and calves touched. Anyways, since that squat in October, I had like never been the same. So I felt there was like this sharp, like pain. Yeah, I'll show you real quick. A sharp pain, like right here, right, and it wasn't my psoas, which is like your psoas is like right here. It's supposed to go all the way to your back or whatever. But it wasn't that. My doctor checked it out. He said I might have just bruised my pelvic bone because when I'm coming out of the squat, like there's just a sharp needle pain. So I did the squat in October, maxed out in December, and took like 2 months off from heavy lifting, and I started my weightlifting program to be ready for the meet. Well, come time for the meet, like I'm nowhere near my numbers. So I mean, the fact that I could do 507 is an accomplishment, but you know, others and friends would be like, hey, you should be proud, happy, but it's like, well, I know I'm scraping the surface of 545, 550, whatever. So to just hit 507 is just like shit, But yeah, squats went really well. I think I guess I can talk about my overall experience. Um, I'll talk about my overall experience later, but next is my bench. So check that out.
Bar is loaded.
I don't know what happened. I think because like Chris, my coach, had arrived. I don't know if I was just distracted, but keep in mind, like for squat, I only had instant coffee and then the oatmeal. But for bench, I had like gummies. I don't think I have them around. I had like gummies, like sour worm gummies or some shit. And like I had like 5 bananas with me. I'm not a banana person, but I didn't eat a banana. I only had gummies. I think I took some Gatorade mix, powdered, just get that sugar to help me out. But I don't know. Like I really don't know what happened. I thought my setup was good. I mean, I really don't know what happened. I mean, maybe because my program had 2 weeks left in it still. Um, I really don't know. And I said in my Instagram post, like, I've done 360 and I couldn't even get 358. I was really going for 370, 375 ish. But whatever it is, what it is, it's all a learning experience. So that was bench. Here goes deadlift. Check this out. Oh, so the reason I warm up with my figure 8 wrist wraps, it's like you don't want to gas out your forearms, your grips. So even though that I'm not gonna be using them when I'm actually competing, like you just want to save your energy. Like every little bit is crucial. Like I even have my belt on with lightweight on my warm ups. And it just gets to a point where it's like, all right, we're done warming up. Otherwise, you're just gonna gas yourself out. Cause keep in mind, I've already done squat and bench. Like we started at 9. It's probably close to like 12 or something. Like, cause your body just starts to just like ice, just get cold, right?
Good shit!
Yeah, first lift went really well. Second lift was 525, which was 5 pounds away from my last PR, and it was all right. And then the third lift was great. Now it was 540, 10-pound PR. But Chris, he's like, he's like, you're gonna take a whiff of this shit. I'm gonna slap the shit out of you. And you're gonna fucking lift it. Like, it was fucking epic, right? So there's these things called smell salts. I don't have them with me. But it's like ammonium. And what they'll do is like you take a whiff of it and it like stings. It'll hit your central nervous system, something like that. I haven't really looked into it. And it'll like make you cry. And so the idea of like why people do it is like you take a whiff of it and your body just like, it's not something you do. It's like your body does it automatically. It's like the fight or flight, but your body just automatically goes. I think it like raises your adrenaline or some shit like that. So your body goes into this fight mode because it's like it doesn't like what it just took in, right? And so it's supposed to help you with the lift. Well, anyways, I got a big whiff of it, and I'm walking up to the bar, and I'm just fucking just teary. I can't see shit. Like it was such a big ass hit, and I took the hit, and he just slapped the shit out of me in the back, and I was just like, I was just like, "Argh!" And I go and I lift it, but I mean I come back, and my eyes are just bloodshot red, like. It was epic. And like the first thing I said to Chris was like, yo, we did it. And it was just, I think that moment right there was just, it's like just like a life moment, like something you just never forget. And like that, it's such a vivid thing. And I just gave him a fist bump, and it's like I felt accomplished. And, looking back on it, I actually won the competition on all my first attempts, which is kind of cool. Let me say it in a different way. It's like if I would have just took my first attempt, which is like 80% of your max, because it's like 80% is to like 90 is like your first attempt, then it's like 92 to like 97 is your second attempt, and then your third attempt it would be like 98 to like 102. 102 being because you're gonna PR. Well, the whole time I didn't really like I was looking at the leaderboard, but it was just I guess what I'm trying to say is like the whole time I was competing with myself. I was like, okay, I want more. I'm not satisfied. I mean, we all have different stuff that drives us, right? But it was just I can't stress it enough. I mean, there's a lot of people there that it was their first time. So my advice would just be like, go just do one. Like even if you're just like a beginner, like because you're gonna fuck up. I fucked up my bench. My squat was not all that, and I overpacked. So it's good to just get your feet wet. But yeah, I really wanted to share that deadlift story. So yeah, so deadlifts went well. Like going into the break, um, I I had my banana. I had some more like sour worms, and I took my first scoop of pre workout like at fucking before deadlifts. So some people have known to like take a half scoop before you start your squats, then you deadlift, you bench, then you deadlift. But I didn't take my first full scoop till like deadlifts. Typically, like during my routine, like Monday through Friday, or whenever I go to the gym after work, I'm just drinking instant coffee. I really don't. Like, I don't really buy pre-workout, and the reason being is like when I was in high school, when I was working out, like I got to the point where I was just so dependent on pre-workout. Like if I didn't have pre-workout in my head, I was already defeated. I was like, oh, it's gonna be a bad workout. So coming back into the gym, 2021, January, just didn't want to be like that. So, anyways, what I was saying was I think the banana, the pre-workout, and having Chris there definitely helped. My previous one rep max was 530, so to have hit 540 was pretty exciting. I got 2 white lights and 1 red. Chris was saying maybe one of the judges was thinking I was hitching up, or you're like, doing that shit right there. But overall, it was great. I mean, I met a bunch of great people. Um, it was funny there was definitely some like a stigma of like, oh, he's from Dallas, like, because I walked in wearing my Dallas Cowboys shirt, and like one of the first people that saw me, he checked my equipment. He's like, everything's good, but you'll need to take that shirt off, change your shirt. And then at first, because I was so like overwhelmed with the fuck is going on, I didn't get the joke. And then he's like, nah, man, I'm just kidding. And then I was like, oh, okay, he's just talking shit about the Cowboys because he's from Houston. But other than that, like, it went really well. I really want to do another one. My plan going forward is to just recover. I really want to see what limits I can take my squat to. So recover, let my injury rehab itself. And it's funny, like I thought bench was gonna be my best lift, but it was actually my worst. So whatever. And deadlifts, if I could add another 5-10 pounds, it'd be kind of cool. I'd be looking at 550. But being a natural lifter, like that's just how it is. Like I did a training program and I've gone up 10 pounds, when you're a beginner, you have these huge jumps like 30, 40, 50 pounds. But now that I've been doing this for some time, um, 10 pounds it's not a lot in the grand scheme of things, but like when you really think about it, like 10 pounds is pretty good, or at least I think. But that is all for now. If you're from Instagram, you followed this, I appreciate you coming to check this out. If you're on YouTube and you happen to come across this, definitely check out my Instagram page. I just put some of the clips in this video, I put them on Instagram with like music or whatever. I think that'd be all for now. I may make another video on what not to take. A lot of exterior planning, you know what I'm saying? I guess if you want to put it into words, I talked about the micro aspect of it, and next maybe I make a video of the macro, right? Like the motel room I stayed in was fucking awful. It was disgusting. There's a big ass shit in the toilet when I got there, and it hadn't been like flushed. Look at it in there for a while. Shit like that. And for whatever reason, I took my whole tub of protein. Like, I don't know why. I took my air fryer. I took all kinds of shit. And so looking back on it, I was just so excited to go. I wasn't really even thinking clearly. But for sure, I know what to take next time. I know what not to take. I mean, at the day of the meet, I have all this shit everywhere. I have my backpack, I have my fucking gym bag, and then just shit everywhere. So I was like sitting in the corner with all my shit. It was bad, but it was fun to say the least. And I'm definitely looking forward to doing my next competition. But yeah, I mean, if I hadn't said it already, it was 90 kilogram weight class, which is 198 pounds raw, which means there's no deadlift straps, there's no knee wraps that you tie around because there's like the sleeves and then there's like the wraps. Maybe I'll post a picture. And then yeah, so that's what raw means. And then because there's other like divisions where you can do like a squat suit, a bench suit. I don't know if there's a deadlift suit, whatever. But yeah, that is all for now. I appreciate you all watching. Please subscribe, like. You hear that shit all the time when people do their YouTube. It's like, oh hey, like. But honestly, with the two videos I have, it's like it really lets you know like, oh hey, people are watching. So it's just you don't have to pay to like, right? You don't have to pay to subscribe. So just the fact that it's free and that you do it means a lot. So yeah, I appreciate your help. Appreciate y'all's support. And I'll stay tuned. I want to be posting a video of an interview sometime soon. All right, we'll talk later. I'll take care.